Hi, I'm Anatole, and this is my reaction video to Batman the Animated Series, Season 1, Episode 7, titled Point of View, POV. It scored 7.8 on IMDb, and full disclosure, I have seen this episode before. I have been doing a series of reviews on Batman the Animated Series, so up till now, I have not done any reaction videos. I had intended to do this as a review, but I'm trying to get some more views on my videos about Batman the Animated Series. And it seems like the reaction videos are getting more response than the reviews are. So I'm going to do a reaction video and see if we can get more interest in my series on Batman. Okay, so that's all I've got. Please join me after the intro for my reaction to Batman Season 1, Episode 7, Point of View. So the voice of the male police officer is the actor Robbie Benson, who is the voice of the Beast in the animated film Beauty and the Beast. So this form of people telling about an event and each of them having a different story to tell. This is Rashomon, the film from Japan that Kurosawa made around late 1940s, I want to say. Do people really use the word maggots as a swear word? Seems like it's only a cartoon or comic book thing. One thing that distinguishes this episode is we get sort of common criminals as the antagonists. I believe the 6 episodes up till now have been supervillains, and this is the first time we get just common thugs. You can see the same flame pattern repeating itself. That's how they were cutting corners. For example, those flames were the same.
It was incredible. The Batman threw out his hand and sparks flew from his fingertips.
And here, the police officer is describing, Wilkes is describing Batman as more of a ghost or a creature of the night than a person dressed in a mask. Around this time, there was a movie called Body Double from the director Brian De Palma, where there was a killer who used a drill like this. So I wonder if that wasn't an inspiration for this lackey. That's a broken neck. Jesus. When was the last time people used that kind of machine gun where the bullets go around the muzzle like that? I'm thinking the 30s? Montoya just got into the crane, but where did she get the skills to operate the crane? I don't think anyone can just hop up there and begin using it with accuracy like that. So that part's a little ridiculous to me. And then Montoya is showing super skills at the crane. Is Montoya wearing a tie? If she was, why didn't I notice that before? She is wearing a tie.
Yeah, I said, thanks a lot, Montoya.
And that's the end of the episode. So join me in a few when I will review this episode. That was Point of View, and now for my thoughts on the episode. It was nice to get a view of the police officers of the GCPD. They were a little bit undeveloped up to this episode, and also it's unusual to spend an episode this early in the run. So this is episode number 7, where the focus is put onto the supporting cast. Usually it's something that happens a lot later in the series, but we get it quite early. And also notable, well, her eyes are really weird in this still. Also notable is the introduction of Montoya, who would go on to be a very important character in the supporting cast of Batman. And then the fact that it had the Rashomon aspect, that you get the same story told three different ways, that's quite challenging for what is straddling the line of being a children's show. It's one of those in-betweeners, the children's show that is also meant to be watched by adults. Not that that's a very common type, but it does exist. Sesame Street, the Jim Henson productions were those shows that were also meant to be watched by adults. So there needs to be elements of it that are sophisticated to appeal to the adult audience, and we see that here. And I think all told, this is a well done episode. I've had issue with a number of these early episodes, but the more I look back on it, the more I think that the very first one on Leather Wings, I think it was, the one with Man-Bat, was a very good episode. And this, I think, is about that level, if not above it. I think, yeah, on Leather Wings. I think the fact that it experiments with the narrative maybe puts it a little bit above on Leather Wings. Anyway, those are my brief thoughts on this episode, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. That's all for now. Take care and be well. Goodbye.